Hey diary listeners, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here. I hope you all are well. For today's entry, I want to do like a little chit chat with you guys. Some people hopped on late, some people are new. And if you happen to click this video, I hope you stick around, right? But I have a question, right? Do you have any regrets? Like, do you regret meeting someone? Do you regret telling somebody something a little too much of? Do you regret a particular season in your life? I have been asking myself this question. Let's spill the tea. Those of you who are new, my name is Aari. I was a blogger. I used to blog before. Now I'm into blogging on YouTube, which has been a challenge, by the way, because I was accustomed to writing and hiding behind a computer screen basically. But now I have to put myself out there. It has been such a challenge, right? But I hail from the beautiful twin island nation called Trinidad and Tobago, and I now reside in the United States of America, right? So my transition into like leaving my home country and being here, I had to, go through a process called the 90-day fiance stage, right? My husband and I were long distance, and we had to go to that stage, and it was a journey in itself, right? And I'm not going to lie to you and say, well, it was like a breeze in the park. It was challenging, but we overcame it and we got married, right? So I got married in 2022. I have my wedding video posted on my channel. I'll probably drop a picture so you guys can see it, or the link in the description box so you guys can see it. And migration itself has been a transition. It has been, I don't want to say a challenge because it's not necessarily a challenge, but sometimes your mind will kind of wander or go to a place of like, do I regret this? Did I make the right choice? Friendships, they have changed. Do I regret meeting this person? Like, did I regret telling this person a little too much because the relationship isn't the same now? And it's just been a lot. So when I first migrated, I've had this sort of like expectation that things would be the same, right? In terms of like my friendships, my family, that kind of thing, right? No, I would have maintained my relationship with my family. We talk nearly every single day. If not every single day, we talk every other day. And if that other day comes and we didn't talk like the day right after, I'd be like, oh, so you didn't call me, kind of vibes, right? But I've maintained that. Now, friendships have changed a whole lot. Now, I have some friends that I sort of expected to be there or to share certain memories and moments with, and they kind of were not anywhere to be found, if that makes sense, right? And to be very honest, it sort of like hurt, and I was at a point where, do I regret telling these people a little too much about like different aspects in my life, to the point where it's so one-sided that I have to reach out for our relationship to continue, if that makes sense, right? And it's like, what is the sense? What is the need? And I just had that moment of like, why? Like, why did you even share this with them? Like, why did you even, have this conversation with them? Why did you even get so close to them, right? And I had to like sit down and talk to myself and be like, hey, everyone you meet is for a purpose, whether good, bad, indifferent, whatever, right? There's a purpose to every single relationship that you have, every single encounter that you will have, right? And I had to kind of just like sit back and allow certain things to happen for a particular time, because I mean I was observing for quite some time, for quite some time, and I was just like, oh, like why, and people sort of like pass it off as it's okay, you go on, it's like whatever. And for me it was like an eye opener to see how easily I was replaced, right? And it sort of caused me to do some reflection, like, girl, jump hell or high water. If something is to happen to you today or tomorrow, everyone will continue to live their lives, right? And first, there was a moment when I sat down and I was just like, wow, wow, like this is happening, because I was like a social butterfly. I would spread myself super thin to make sure that I was there for everyone, that I was there for events, that I was there for, for anything, birthdays, and to see that it all went away like so quickly because I moved away. It was so hurtful. And I am sure that there's someone out there like that. Like, you spread yourself so thin for people, and it's not like a thanks that you can get, or it's not like they consider it, or they respect it, or they respect your time. And it's like a certain situation would happen, and it's like, oh, it kind of like brings you to that reality. It's like a reality check that, hey, life continues, and I've had to sit down with myself in different moments, because of course I'm observing time after time. I'm thinking of certain things, and I'm having to say, well, okay, Aari, this is happening, don't react, don't be impulsive, don't show too much emotions, and I don't know, it's just sort of hurting moment, but I honestly don't have any regrets. I believe that we actually really do meet people, that will impact our lives, whether it's to make us better, whether it's to, prune ourselves, or, which I find myself doing a lot more, is going to God in prayer. No, this is apart from devotion, this is apart from your normal prayer routine, it's apart from going to church or inserting yourself in different groups or ministries. I'm talking about like really going down with God. And it sort of felt like an isolation stage, and I've also been in a stage where I felt really wary of being the one of trying to like keep things together. Like I'm that one trying to pull strings so that everything stays afloat, right? And it was kind of unfair to me, and I just kind of had to release, and I let the chips fall where they may. Was it the wisest thing to do? I am not sure, but I felt relieved. Now, the relationships and friendships that sort of like were in progress of like being the same, I kept that going, and we would have talked regularly and that kind of thing. But moving from being like a social butterfly to like now having to stay, I come to a place where no one. It's kind of crazy. And then when you meet people here, they already have their friends, they already have their colleagues, and it's a journey, honestly, right? It's a journey, and I'm on that journey. I am on that journey. There was one girlfriend that I met when I first came here, and then a couple of months later, she moved to another state. I mean, we still keep in contact, and I love her dearly. And we would have, hung out together. We had games night. We had Bible study. I even went to like her small group with her and her friends from church. And a couple of months later, she had to move, right? But we still keep in contact and that kind of thing. I think that's like my only like legit friend here. Do I have regrets? Sometimes I want to be like, ugh, I should have never. I shared too much. I gave too much. Because you see that I was so easily replaced, like in the split second. It was just like, huh? But I've come to terms with like life goes on, and it's okay to like have different seasons in your life. I'm always reminded of that. Seasons come, seasons go, and life goes on, right? So good. Because of those little things, my mind would always go back and be like, did I waste my time? Did I waste my energy? Did I waste my resources? Did I waste, all these years of like putting into this relationship, and then it's like I died, if that makes sense. And I was easily replaced, but regrets, I don't have any. Do my mind go to that place sometimes? Yes, but I don't let it reside there. Sooner or later. And I hope that is sooner than later for you. But sooner or later, you'll be able to see why. And you'll be able to understand, and you'll be able to appreciate the journey that you've been on. I am embracing everything right now. I am appreciating everything right now. And those who stay close, those who, are on this journey with me, I love them even more, even harder, because I know it's not easy. I mean, I have been in the long distance stage, but I know some people cannot deal with that at all, right? Not having somebody that is not like physically there with them and that kind of thing. So I know it's kind of difficult for some people. So my advice would be to not fall into that pattern of, or that thinking rather, of regret. Everything happens for a particular purpose. You meet people for a particular reason, whether it's to learn a lesson, whether it's to, build on a strength, whether it's to empathize, whether it's to, be the only Bible that somebody reads based on your actions towards them. It could be something that you need to prune, something that you need to go to God for, probably hate, probably unforgiveness, and I know it's very easy to say, oh my gosh, I regret meeting you, I regret having you as a friend, I regret, sharing certain things with you. I believe, like based on the past couple of months, that everything happens for a purpose, that life goes on, that seasons change, and that you have to be okay with moving on, with letting go, with releasing, with opening yourself to new opportunities, to exploring new things, to going on new adventures, So make sure to like this video, share this video, comment, let me know how you are. I would really appreciate it. But until then, I will talk to you soon. Bye.